Hi, I'm Suna Smith with Forum for Music. This is going to be a mini exploration of Bach's Invention number 4 in D minor. I'm going to talk through the piece and then I'm going to play it. The invention begins, like we expect, with a statement of the cell. This is the idea upon which the whole piece is based. That's it. It's just 2 bars long and it's all 16th notes. Our time signature is 3/8, so that's 6 16th notes in each bar. The notes of the cell in the first bar are just the first 6 notes of the D minor scale. The next bar begins with the 7th note of a D minor harmonic scale, C sharp, but not this C sharp. He jumps down to this C sharp before jumping back up to the B flat and coming down the scale again. I'll play it slowly. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, down to the 7th note of the scale, back up to the 6th, and down the scale again. It's a very angular cell. That first statement is heard by itself in the right hand. What follows is this in the left hand, a second statement. And then a third statement, 3 tonic statements in a row. This is highly unusual. I think this is the only opening of any invention that's like this, 3 in a row like this. What follows is a modified version of the cell. It's still in D minor, but it proves itself to be the start of something new because it's a sequence. So you'll hear, that's our modified cell. And then it steps down. Then it jumps to the left hand. So what is happening against this modified version of the cell is also very interesting. When the right hand had the cell, the left hand is sounding this in 8 notes. If you look at these notes, it's D, F, G, A, B flat. That's bar 1 of our cell. Do you hear? It's basically bar 1 of our cell minus an E in augmentation, double the length. That's what's happening when the right hand has the cell. When the left hand has the cell, the right hand does this. So 1, 2, 3, repeated, and then jumping a step down. Go back again to the first bar. If you look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or 3 plus 3. So it's like you take bar 1 and you fold that on itself and you get 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And so that's what he has against the left hand cell. When the left hand has a third iteration of this cell, this modified cell, remember the cell is 2 bars long. You'll hear bar 1, bar 2. Against bar 2 in the left hand, you'll hear this in the right hand. 6 steps going down. What is that but bar 1 of our cell upside down? So he has bar 1 essentially sounding against bar 2, another folding over, before he cadences and brings us to the key of F major. When we're in F major, we return to the original version of the cell, and you'll hear, starting on F, our tonic in this section. That's our 2 bar cell. Then you'll hear it again immediately, this time starting on A, the third of an F major triad. He does give us a third iteration of the cell immediately following, but he doesn't use this C as we might expect. He uses this C, and he doesn't give us a regular statement. He gives us an inverted statement. So 6 steps going down before that leap of the 7th, and then going back up the scale. What happens next? From F major, we think we're going to actually continue in F major. But what Bach does instead is he uses this as an opportunity to go to A minor. And how does he do this? F major is F-A-C. That's the triad. Look at A minor, A-C-E. These 2 shared notes, we call these common tones. This allows Bach to redirect our A, and he uses it as a pivot, as a secret passageway into A minor, and he gives us, in fact, our first statement of the cell in A minor starting on A. he stays in A minor. This is the A minor section, and while we're in this section, he reaches the 2/3 point of the way in the piece, a moment of climax. So even in this small form, Bach has a sense of proportion and ratio. What does he do for his climax? But he gives us 3 statements of the cell in A minor. The first statement starts on C. That's the 3rd of an A minor triad. So statement 1. Statement 2 starts on the 5th. Where is he going to start the 3rd statement? Well, he started on A, because that would be, in a way, that would make sense. But instead, he starts it, I think, on the least likely note, which is the G sharp. Why do I think it's the least likely? The G sharp is the leading tone of A minor. It is highly volatile. It's called the leading tone because it wants to go to the tonic. It's a very unstable note, and that's the note that he chooses to start his 3rd and final statement in this A minor section. So each of them is higher and higher, just like he did in F major. But, I mean, we're in an unexpected key. We had expected A major, he's brought us to A minor, and all of this is sitting, these A minor statements are sitting on top of this trill. So it sounds like it's like walking a tightrope. That's our climax. We do return to the key of D minor, our home key. But when we get there, Bach gives us the first statement of D minor starting on F, not on the tonic like he did in the opening. And this again is because we had expected him to land in F major, but he uses those common tones again to subvert our expectations and bring us to the key of D minor. So our first statement in D minor starts on the F, and the second statement does start on the tonic, and then the 3rd statement again on the tonic. So 3 statements of the cell in D minor at the opening, almost in F major, but not quite. He was building up our expectation for what would happen in A minor, where he does give us 3 statements, and then now in this closing section again, 3 statements of the cell. So his work is done, right? We can cadence. That can be the end of our piece. But that's not what he does. He gives us the ultimate harmonic subversion with the deceptive cadence. We land in an unexpected mode. We're in major. B flat major. Again, those common tones with D minor. We had expected to land in D minor. But he uses our expectations against us to bring us to B flat major. He's been saving this moment of B flat major, I think, for this point, because there were places where he could have cadenced. We kind of expected him to go to B flat major previously, but he saves it for this, for ultimate impact. What follows is an inverted appearance of the cell in the right hand, which is a nice foil to the F major inverted cell. So again, proportion. And we cadence, and we close. Bach also plays with our rhythmic expectations. So our harmonic expectations as well as our rhythmic expectations. When we were in A minor, he closes off the A minor section with a 2-bar cadence, and he uses a hemiola. So 2 bars long means that we have 3 beats plus 3 beats. We expect strong, weak, weak, strong, weak, weak, but instead he gives us strong, weak, strong, weak, strong, weak, strong, weak. That's a hemiola. But I think the biggest subversion of our expectation is just the piece itself. This is an invention. It's a little piece, but Bach writes something that's akin to a toccata. It's virtuosic, it's vibrant. It's also in minor, so that helps because Bach loves a minor toccata. But it's just ingenious. He doesn't treat this piece as a small piece. He treats this piece as something worthy of his thought, ideas, input. And that turns this little invention into a gem with everything every facet just gleaming with his ideas.